Remember last class, we went over base level needs, food, water, right? Then we went over safety and security. Some said y'all need a G19, right? Some of y'all said y'all needed to be in a safe home, y'all need to be a bulletproof car, right? Then we talked about our next level, right? Loving and belonging. And then loving and belonging, friendship, family, relationships, who we clicked up with. And then esteem, right? Self-esteem, confidence, respect from others. How do we show respect to other people? And then self-actualization, morality, our creativity, finding our purpose. Some of these other parts are luxuries. Many of us are stuck here, right? This is known as Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Maslow's hierarchy of needs. So how it affects choices. Financial stability at lower levels allows for pursuit of higher level goals and desires. So meaning that if you're not eating the best, you're not sleeping the best, you're not in your best place, you tend to, most people want better, right? It's just like when they say somebody I watch a lot of boxing. I don't know if anybody watch boxing and athletes, right? When you see that person that's trying to become the champion, you see how hungry they are versus maybe the person who never had their championship basically challenged in that manner versus somebody who's hungrier. I remember Andy Ruiz said it's different when you waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning and you on your one bedroom apartment, you got cracks in your wall and you getting up to fight for the championship versus when you waking up at 9 o'clock in the morning and you in your luxury bed and you chilling back. It's a different motivation because you already made it. Can you sustain it?
Real quick, y'all know what the outcome of that fight was? Y'all know what fight he talking about?
Andy Ruiz?
Andy Ruiz, he versus Anthony Joshua. Andy Ruiz became the first Mexican heavyweight champion of the world. And it was because nobody expected him to win the fight. But he went in there hungry and he got him up out of there. So, yeah, he won that fight.
And I was like, and everybody was calling Andy Ruiz. It was like, he too big. He had the head movement. He was hungry. You see how he was literally hungry, but he was hungry. But it's a difference when your needs are affected, when you want to level up. So neglecting basic needs can create stress and prevent growth. So I want to mention to y'all, sometimes people get comfortable at some of the lower levels that we're living in. You get comfortable. You don't want to change. And so you might be comfortable waking up in the morning, not brushing your teeth. Because nobody like, yo, bro, your breath, I'm just saying. Or you may not be comfortable, like, asking somebody to get out of the way and say, excuse me, because you're not used to manners. But that's at the higher needs we're talking about. But just because your basic needs aren't being met, I'm hungry, so I'm mad. I don't care that person in my way. I'm angry because I'm hungry. And so everything else up here doesn't matter. I don't have to be nice. I don't have to walk around caring for people. I don't got the confidence that I have in myself. I don't have it because I'm not, my basic needs aren't being met. Let's go to the next slide. We keep going. Yeah. So our basic needs, as we mentioned, food, water, shelter, clothing.
You want this video to play?
No, I don't want to play it. We're going to talk about it. So, wants. So we got our needs over here. Now we're talking about wants. Our wants. Non-essential items or services that enhance comfort or enjoyment. Designer clothes, vacations, gaming consoles. Many of us want things. Wants can go unbalanced. Meaning that your wants can extend beyond your needs. Your wants can go into your needs. I'm thirsty. I know I should drink water, but I want Arizona. I only have access to Arizona. It's still meeting the need, but it's not a luxury. Meaning that it's not actually meeting your needs because the sugar content or whatever. Don't let me start getting health content, right? But sometimes some of your wants will become needs as things evolve. Hold on.
Did it disconnect? Was it a physical connection?
No, it's airplay.
Oh, it's popped up and popped back up.
So What is some things that you want? One thing.
Newer car?
You want to work hard?
No, a
Newer car.
A newer car. Okay. A newer car. Is it newer like recently used or newer like
Newer, like,
Off
newer.
like
the lot.
2026?
Yeah.
2026. Okay. What's up that you want? New crib? Brand new crib? Like brand new crib or just a new crib? Yeah. Okay. What's something that you need?
House, food.
Okay. What type of food?
Food, like,
Just regular just food, don't matter.
like carbs, all that stuff. Like,
Okay. So you need carbs, you need like some noodles, rice, protein. Okay. Because I'm actually because I'm football. What's something that you need?
water.
What type of water?
Meal.
What type of water?
Regular water.
Regular water, tap water?
Nah, like,
Sewage water?
purified water.
All right, we gotta be specific. We gotta know. At one point, North Water was as unclean as Flint, Michigan. I know some parts. In South Ward, it changed, but we gotta. Sometimes we gotta start asking ourselves, truly,
Michigan water bad?
huh?
Michigan water bad?
I don't know. Just look it up. Do your research. Do your research. Look it up. Go to the next slide. So quick three. I'm not gonna do quick three. Quick. If you received $100 right now, what would you spend it on, and do you consider it a necessity? Why or why not? $100 right now. So we got unicorn meat over here. We got what is that? Is that gloves? We got what is that? Diaper. We got toilet paper gloves so people can wipe their hands with toilet paper instead of toilet paper. We got glow in the dark toilet paper. And we got a Walmart pole. Somebody spent $100 on Craigslist. I literally got that picture online. Somebody was on Craigslist, $100 a Walmart pole. $100 right now. What you spending it on? Anybody? Somebody? You don't know?
You got to spend it.
Huh?
Can't save it.
Oh, so you would save it? Okay. All right. Okay. $100 right now.
I wouldn't spend it either.
Oh, you want to spend it? So y'all all savers.
Y'all wouldn't spend a single dollar of $100 to someone that gave y'all $100 right now.
Well, I already have $100 right now, so I would just put it away because I don't need it right now.
Okay.
It sounds good. It sounds good. Let's keep on going to the next slide. All right, so we got the activity. In this activity, decide whether or not the image is a need or a want. All right? And then decide what it is. All right, and then we're going to explain the reasoning. Keep on going. Is it a need or a want? What is it? Water? Okay. Everybody agree? Everybody agree it's a need? Give me a thumbs up if you agree. Thumbs up. All right, next slide. All right, need or want? Takis with the flaming hot Mountain Dew, need or want? Raise your hand if you think it's a want. You really, y'all want that? Y'all want that? You like that? You was like, yeah, I like that. I like those. All right, next one. Next slide. Need or want? All right, this your crib right here. This your crib. You rocking with that? Literally? You rocking with this? Is this a need or a want? Why is it a need? It's got to do crib. Is this a need?
I mean, that's what we got to start from.
You gotta start. We have to start. We have to rock with that, right? So it is a need, right? We're meeting the basic needs. So it's a need. Let's go to the next slide. All right. We got a ramen sandwich. We got toothpaste glizzy. That's wild, right? It's not delivery. It's the struggle. The struggle pizza. What is this? What's going on right here? What is this? It's a need. All right. Y'all need this? Y'all need this? It's a want. Need one. The point is the question, the balance, right? I've been here. I don't know if y'all been here, but I've been here. I didn't have the struggle pieces before. I didn't had peanut butter and jelly syrup sandwiches. I didn't had huh? Nah, who said toothpaste glizzy? Who said that? Nah, I never had one. Nah, never. I said I've been here. You ain't see me, and you see me in this reason. Toothpaste glizzies, I never. Nah, that's never happened. So y'all agree? Is this a need or a want? Raise your hand if this is a need. Raise your hand if this is the one. Oh, We questioned it. I don't know. All right, let's
Because
keep
you
it going.
don't need that, but you need the food.
You need the food, right? Okay. All right. Is this a need or a want? What's going on right here? What's happening?
I like vacation.
Is it a vacation? Right? Is this a need or a want?
I still want.
Why is it a want?
You know, gotta go on vacation.
You don't have to go on vacation, but what if your help situation? What if that $100 you can go on a cruise? Are you gonna spend it on that? Right? You said you got money, right? You said you got $100 already with you, right? So you
That's a want though.
okay, all right. It's a one, okay, all right. Do y'all want to go on vacation? Do y'all got anywhere y'all want to go?
I want to go to Jamaica.
Oh, you want to go to Jamaica? You know how much a bottle of water costs in Jamaica? Are you thinking about that? Huh? Do you know how much it costs though? They say generally outside of the country, most bottled water range between $2 to $5. So when you go to Jamaica, right, that need of having that water, right? You still want to go to Jamaica and pay $5?
Down there. Where you going?
I gotta get a napkin and wipe my face.
You don't know, right? That's something you gotta think about when you go on vacation. Vacation is enjoying yourself, but you also gotta be prepared. It's not America, right? A bottle of water may be $10 in some of these places, right? Going on the regular luxury stuff that you're used to doing here, costs way more in these other places, right? So we gotta think about that when we go on vacation. And also, if we're in respect of, you don't speak the language in some of these places, right? There's a language barrier. Somebody might try to get over on you. That euro is different than the American dollar, right? It's more than half of the American dollar. So 21 US dollars in euro money is like $46, right? 46, well, no, it's $46 the other way. Your other version, right? America is less, euro is more. All right, I just say that again, right? So we gotta understand currency exchange. That's another thing. Next slide. Need or want? Need or want? Raise your hand, somebody.
Wait.
It's a want. Why is it a want?
Like the change?
Yeah, the chain.
The only one that's really tough is King Vaughn.
Oh, that King Von's
Hard,
right?
I would not get that.
Right.
Either.
Blueface is
Hold on, you think that the King Vaughn chains look good?
Yeah.
Nah, Blueface chains look better. But anyway, that's nah.
Dollar bills. He got some straight shit on. I ain't all that.
Then he got some shit tied around his neck. That's only one.
That dollar bill look better.
Hold on, we got somebody.
Darian.
Say. You say what? Say what?
Huh? Nah, I got it, bro. I do videos.
I ain't no need.
That's materialistic.
All right, but now I was saying now depending on the type of person you are, depending if you're a rapper, you're a celebrity, right? This may be something that you need to do because you're a celebrity. Now I'm only saying that depending on the situation, depending on the type of person that you are, and depending on the career aspect you in. If you somebody that's just a regular, you work at Amazon, you don't need this. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying in this field in general, some cases, celebrity cases, if this is the viewpoint of what success looks like, then you might need to look like this. But if you don't want to be this type of rapper or artist, not a necessity, but in most cases, like we're saying, basic needs and wants. This is a want. This is a want. So you're right. Recipes King Von, Blueface, I don't know what's up with you, and I ain't even paying attention to bro at the end. Anyway, needs versus want. What is this? What's this?
As needs, I think.
So what's going on right here? What is this?
They like leaving work, I think.
Yeah, I say needs because like I don't know. I just say like, hold on. They like, damn, I ain't even gonna lie. I don't know what's going on, but then it look like, I don't know. It look like some shit that how can I say it? Intelligent, like some intelligent shit.
Anybody want to guess what's going on? You made somebody
They learning.
Tyler.
It's all.
I should like for a person. I feel like.
And I see the PTO.
No, they working. It's the opposite. So all this time spending in, work time, I should request a leave of absence. HR said I'm out for PTO, so I improvised. So what they're saying is that most of this image is work. Most people don't want to work, but you need to work. And a lot of time is spent in working. You don't get no leave of absence until you actually put time in work. Now I'm asking y'all, right, as we go through and we think more how successful we want to be. Do you want to have your life being controlled by somebody else? What you can and can't do, when you can and can't go, but at some point you do need to work. But how you work, how your life is structured, depends on you. So this is not something that most people want to do. Most people don't want to get up 7, 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning. I had jobs that I got up 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning for it, and stayed till 4, 5 in the afternoon. Even later, I remember I had a job, I stayed 4 o'clock in the morning, didn't leave till 12 o'clock at night. And that's when I was doing like, not construction, but I was doing like post-reconstruction cleanup.
Ah, okay.
You know, with my dad, like Aldi's and whole warehouses. Whole day to do that, get a lot of money, but you gotta have the time and effort to put in and make it done. I didn't have the time to keep doing that. It's hard work. It's hard work. I was like, yeah, I can't keep doing it. Let me find something else to do. So it was hard.
Wait, but if you don't mind me asking you though, how much they paid you for that whole day?
So it's not for the day. It was a contract. So like generally, one of the contracts was $12,000. It had the whole structure was done, had to be done, I think was within like a month and a half. So we had to create our own timeline to finish in because they had to order like, you know, when after we clean up, if there's gonna be a final cleanup, if somebody's gonna paint, or if there's some other work being done. So we had to like put that in mind and make that in our own structure because they're like, hey, you come in here to do the cleanup, y'all make your own rules, y'all your own boss, just make sure you clean up within the time and have everything together so when the next team come in and do what they're gonna do, because I didn't work with them. It was like literally like, they just hire other people to do the work. So like they hire a different contractor, do this job, that job, and that's what was happening. And so like just for being able to manage and have people like follow through, it was tough. Like that was the hard part about it. Like I could get the jobs, I still got, but it's just making sure you got the equipment, the team, the resources, all that stuff costs a lot of money. We had to get an excavator, like, you know, to pay to like do the cleaning the walls and the window. They don't pay for that. You gotta pay for that. And it was like, yo, it was just too much to manage to do. It was a lot of money. Like $12,000, you make $6,000, you make $6,000, and then the time and effort you put in, and the people that's on your team that you need, you end up like, dang, is the money worth it, and or am I doing it the right way?
Yeah, have any of y'all ever heard of the cash flow quadrant? Or Robert Kiyosaki? But there's 4 things that you could be doing if you're working, right? You could be the employee, which means that you work for somebody. Mm-hmm. You could be the S, which is a small business owner. That means that you got your own operation going, but you might not necessarily be working hourly, but you might be working contractually like how he's talking about. Mm-hmm. Then you got the business owner, what they consider like 500 employees or more, right? Where you have systems in place. And then the highest level that you can be at is being at an investor level, which means that your money is making money for you, but that's the way that you make your money, right? Most people are in that E quadrant, right? Meaning that they got to clock into a job, and then based on the amount of hours that they put in at that job, that's how they get compensated. And then there's other people that have their own businesses set up, and they're not getting paid hourly. They're getting paid based on the contracts or the agreements that they set up. So like, just to give you guys an example, I'm working on a project right now. I just had a plumber change out a hot water tank for me. I had to pay him $1,000. He got it done in one day. So he made $1,000 in one day. If he was an employee for somebody else's company though, he might get $1,000 in a week. You know what I'm saying? So imagine if he works for a company where he's changing out hot water tanks all day, and say he changes 5 in a day, right? Or I guess 5 in a week. Let me say 5 in a week, and he gets paid $1,000 versus him taking on the responsibility of having his own company and then getting $1,000 a day, but then he has expenses associated with it. Mm-hmm. So when he's talking about the scaffolding, he got to pay insurance, right? Mm-hmm. He got to think about if he got a brick and mortar location, he got to pay for a lot of different things. So it might seem like he made $1,000, but he has costs associated with operating his business that he would never have to worry about as an employee.
And that's the give and take, and we being your own boss. Like, you know, you got to supply, you got to know when that supply comes in, the people that you're working with are not going to always, they're going to expect you to be professional. Next slide. Need versus want. All right, I'm going to show y'all a quick video. We got Aaron, y'all know who this is, Aaron the plumber? Right, we got Aaron the plumber explains trade work, and then we got YNs going to court be like Desi Banks. So, real quick,
I could just click on it?
Yeah. I'll click on the link.
Oh, hold on.
We click on that on the link. It's gonna put
And it was only $14 an hour. But I I think I met a plumber. Yeah, I met a plumber. He was doing a side job. So he was like, if you come dig for me, I give you $300 a day. So I'm like, what? $300 a day? I'm in a stupid shape. And at the end of that job, I watched bro walk around with a like $30,000, $40,000 check after we finished it. So I'm like, damn, it only took 3 days for you to make 30, 40 bands? I said, yeah, I need to be a plumber. So I kept digging for him, and he didn't want to teach me no plumbing. All he wanted me to do was keep digging, and then
he didn't want to keep you down here.
So I quit, and went to another company and got to learn the gist of plumbing. And once I learned the gist, I just took initiative upon myself, start ordering more books, start flashcards studying. So like anytime I got downtime at work, like I'm not one of the dudes, I'm just standing there, I'm going through my flashcard. Okay, yep, because with the trades, you know, the more you know, the more your income will grow.
And he online celebrity. So even if he ain't making money doing that, being a celebrity, he still got something he can go back to, a trade he can go back to. So you know how he just said an analogy, you can make less money working for somebody else. There's a safety behind it. But it's another thing I know is a lot of our people want. And I know my friends, I got friends and family that be wanting it. So watch this real quick. You never seen Desi Banks?
Order in the court!
Your Honor, the prosecution intends to show a history of bad behavior. Grand larceny. Oh, yeah? Your Honor, I request permission to show evidence.
Permission granted.
Oh, bro, you doing shit. You said you was there with him the night in question?
Who's it right here?
The ATM, that can come backyard. He got guns with switches and everything.
ain't got no switch for him, my mama ain't got Twitchy line,
My mama.
Do you have anything to say for yourself?
That's what God said. My mama ain't never did that wrong. That's what
I sentence you to 928 years.
What's crazy is that like entertainment imitates life. A lot of times when if y'all stay in my class or whatever when I'm teaching, you'll see I make connections, right? Most people don't realize when Aaron Plummer, the need or whatever. Y'all seen Aaron Plummer, y'all seen him as a celebrity. Y'all don't see the other side of it, other side of the game. Most of us and my people, and us in here, want the Desi Banks side. But it's a reality that most of my people face. Is the prison industrial complex. I don't know if y'all know what that is. I don't know if I know what that is. Literally, there's a group, CCA, that corporations that build prisons based off of what we do and don't do. There's literally groups out, American Legion of Exchange, I think currency or corporation that have Arizona, Coca-Cola, Nike, like you're talking about Jordan prisons, literally set up all this entertainment that we laughing at, that we living under, because we can't prioritize our needs and our wants properly. So why distinguish between needs and wants matters? Key points. Help prioritize spending and budgeting. Has anybody in here got a budget? What's your budget?
What?
What's your budget in general? You got a budget?
Oh, like, I don't spend more than what I make in a day. That's my budget.
In a day.
Yeah.
Okay. So, budget plan. Y'all go out and need to get, we said we got basic needs, we need to get food. I have a plan where I like to make my food prep on the weekend, on Sunday, and then eat the food that I make throughout the week. On the weekend, I budget towards having enough money if I want to go out to eat on the weekend sometimes. And I leave that for me to judge. Now, I ain't telling y'all the exact number, but then I also have a budget when I go grocery shopping. what I'm gonna shop for, what I'm gonna get, what I'm not gonna get, what I'm gonna eat for those days. So, and this helps to avoid financial strain. If I said if I'm going to a grocery store, I'm gonna spend $125, I'm spending $125, that's it. If I'm gonna go to the store and I'm gonna buy some clothes and I plan on spending this amount of money, that's my budget. So prevents overspending on wants while neglecting essential needs like housing or savings. Encourages thoughtful consumption, long-term planning. So thoughtful consumption, right? What am I saying, right? I know it's a lot of gluttony. Anybody know what a glutton is?
No, what's that?
That's like if they full and they still gonna make themselves another plate even though they full.
Keep going, keep pushing. Gluttony. You keep pushing. Gluttony. A lot of us walk around with gluttonous behavior because we don't got nobody correcting us, or we're not correcting our own selves from what we need and want. We don't know how to prioritize. We just like, yo, nobody is giving me the structure. I'm not giving myself the structure, so I don't know how to do the opposite. I'm not in control of my own consumption. And consumption isn't just the food part. Consumption is the information part as well. What am I allowing to entertain? Impacts on individuals. Poor distinction can lead to debt and financial stress. Anybody know what debt is? When you owe. Right? When you owe. Now, not only when you owe, and it's bad. Imagine when you owe and you didn't. I know somebody, literally, one of my man's peoples. Last week, he went on a trip. I think they went to. They went to Turks and Caicos. And one of his people that he, not always financially together, went on a trip. He was like, I know it's gonna be bad. Went on a trip with only $300. Like I told you, it costs $5 in some of these places to just drink water. They went with $300 Turks and Caicos for a whole week. Then, because I guess the person got to a settlement, whatever, where they got beat up by some security guards, they called the lawyer to get a down payment of the money to go on the trip. Then while they was on the trip, they didn't pay rent. They got a $2,000 loan advance. Remember, it's an advance. It's a loan. So usually when you get a loan from a government or anybody, right, it's probably double that. So he got a $2,000 advance to spend a week in Turks and Caicos. Bought all the clothes he wanted to buy. The last day that they were going to chill and have dinner together, he didn't have no money because he spent all of his money. And then he didn't have money when he went back home to pay rent. So poor distinction can lead to debt and financial stress. And not only, what do you think that's going to do? He ain't going to have no money to eat. He ain't going to have no home to live in. All the stuff that we're not thinking about because we don't know how to prioritize our basic needs and wants. Clear distinction can build discipline and financial stability. So tracking your habits, knowing your needs and wants, knowing if you need to eat in the morning, what you want to eat in the morning, what you're not going to eat in the morning, knowing how you're going to control yourself. Impact on society. Overemphasis on one's drives hyper-consumerism. Anybody know anybody know what consumerism is? Anybody know what consumerism is?
Like
buying stuff. Consumerism. Like when you eat, you consume. When you don't make things, when you make stuff, or you're a producer. When you consume stuff, or you buy things, you're a consumer. And hyper-consumerism, and when anything is hyper, what does that usually mean? More.
I would say like overactive.
Overactive. Not only is it more, but it's overactive. So an overactive consumer. So like you said, a glutton. You talk about a glutton? I'm gonna just, because they got it, they got this, they got that. I see them with this, I see them with that, so I need to get it. Not realizing that your base level of thinking hasn't changed because your impact of what you see society doing is telling you it's okay. And then who is in your society, who's in your environment. So balanced spending supports sustainable economic growth. So balancing your spending. Remember all these words that we use, being balanced, a balanced diet, a balanced account. All these words flow off of the same financial thinking also helps us our nature. You as an athlete, having a balanced diet is essential for you. Being able to balance working out and studying playbooks is essential for you. Then if you get in the NIL deal, it's essential that you know what to do with your money if you get 10 mil, possibly, with it starting off with some of these places.
Yeah, get the blue face chains though, not the other ones.
And when you think about it, most of the time, a lot of these places, I want you to understand something. A lot of these places want to give young people money first because they know y'all reactionary. Many of these people don't give money to people who have time and thought and set time, and when they're in their 30s, you join the NFL or NBA. They let you get it at 14, 15, get you deals at 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, because you haven't thought about living yet. You haven't thought about, I gotta buy a bed. I gotta pay for my own food now. I gotta make sure my lights are on every single day. I gotta do stuff that I'm not normally used to doing and taking care of. That you gotta think of as an adult. And having a 9 to 5, $500 a week job ain't enough to live off of. You can't survive like that. And you can't survive the way you really, really want to. So balanced spending supports economic growth. So next slide, please. Next slide. So real world examples, upsides and drawbacks. Needs, upside, spending on groceries ensure nourishment and health. Drawback, excessive focus on cheap needs may lead to lower quality goods that affect health. So buying everything cheaply, doing everything cheaply made because you need to, isn't always the best neither.
No, you go
right? It's gonna mess up. Some of these homes, people buying into these model homes, they be cheap. You bang it on the wall, it's done up. You spent $250,000. That's just low. That ain't even really how much a house actually costs. $250,000 that's a rundown house. But imagine you get $250,000 house. It looks so good. You tap the wall, paint start dripping off. It start to rain, the house start to sweat. The piping is all messed up. You get a whole. Literally, one of the places I moved in, luckily it wasn't ours. It was subletted. The piping blew out of the wall, but the person was trying to get the bank to pay for it, the city to pay for it. Nope. All that to live in a cheap place. Because you want to do things cheaply, because you feel like you need it. You got a nice car. You go on to the mechanic down the street that ain't really a real mechanic, that don't really know how to work on Cadillacs. But he do it for $50. He do your oil for $50. You need to go to the actual Cadillac people. You shouldn't have bought a Cadillac if you cannot take care of it. Once, example, upside. Purchasing a vacation can provide relaxation and mental well-being. As I mentioned, don't go to Turks and Caicos if you ain't prepared to spend $5 in Jamaica or whatever. So drawback, overspending on travel can lead, so upside of it is that relaxation. I'm a person that believes in delayed gratification, but I gotta practice that, like opposite of doing that. When you do great things, you should be rewarded for it. When your hard work, when you work out, you get rewarded for it. The same things in life that happen. Don't get caught up and feel like you gotta work for money, because you make money. Enjoy your life. But make sure that you're enjoying it properly because you have a proper balance of spending and budgeting and knowing what your true value is. Right? And overspending on travel can lead to debt and disrupt savings, as I mentioned. So, real quick question, or you can think about it for yourself. How can we balance needs and wants to maintain financial health? Anybody want to answer? How can we balance needs and wants to maintain financial health?
So essentially what he's saying is, if you know that you got your needs and you know that there's some things that you want, how can you make sure that you're not overindulging to the point where now your life is imbalanced as a result of consuming too many of the wants, right? So how do you have that balance between the things that you need, which are your core or finance, expenses that you have, right? Your rent, your grocery bill, but then when you want to go out, right? Those wants, how do you balance those two?
Anybody doing any budgeting? What are you doing? How are you budgeting? What are you doing? If you don't mind. You don't gotta say exactly what you're doing, but
Say, I want walk out smoke. So, say I want to smoke, I want to spend the same amount on weed.
Right, you have a certain amount, I'm only going to spend.
Mm-hmm.
Right, that's a great way. It's a great way to start. Another one, somebody else?
I be putting money to the side, money that's not in my savings.
So you have a savings account. It's another great way. Having diversified accounts, right? Depending on the bank account. Knowing, okay, this is my general habits. This is what I do. I have money. I'm making sure I have enough money aside for my habits. And I have enough money aside for my priorities. Having different type of accounts. Having money that you may store away. Like I get paid $500 or whatever, right? I have my $100 that I put in an envelope that's savings, $100 for investing, $100 for me to chill and go out and have fun, right? tracking sheets. If you stay in my class, we'll do something that's known as a check register. Getting your bank statement, if you have a bank account, having your bank statement. At the end of each month, I end up with this amount of money. I want to keep a certain amount of money. Let me track it on my bank statement. Let me get a check register. A check register is your own tracking sheet of money that's going in and out of your account if you have an account, or money that's on your personal. So you can use that and make it yourself. Like, okay, this money went out. This money I transfer here. When you go to the bank, or if you go to if you have a bank account, another thing you might want to pay attention to, surcharges. Okay, I put money in. They took a $10 surcharge out. I took money from my savings and I put it here. So finding different tools that help you, because that's what Warren Buffett does. That's what what's his name? I forgot his name.
Robert Kiyosaki.
Robert Kiyosaki does. That's what dude who wrote Rich Dad Poor Dad. He didn't write Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Robert Kiyosaki wrote that. Yeah.
Right. Like all these people that you don't even see, that you don't see their face, but you see all of their works around you.
Mm-hmm.
That you walk right past you like, I don't even know that dude. But it's the reason why you're able to drive a car, the reason why you're able to get online, the reason why you're able to do some of these things, and they move through life just effortlessly. Because they self-actualize and realize what they could do to change society and also change themselves. And some of them have been put in the opportunity to do that. We're asking you, with what you have and what you know, put yourself in opportunities to be the best version of yourself and watch what you could possibly create that not only will change your life, but possibly change society as well. So with that said, no more questions. That is the end of today's lesson. I hope y'all enjoyed. All right, get y'all needs and wants in line, and I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all.
Come here.